What up? It's your boy T-Bear here. Reaction today's Wrestle Wednesday. I'm possibly gonna cap off the final video. Might have one more if I have some room. I'll have one more video to throw in there, and we're gonna check out the video about the upcoming pay-per-view Survivor Series, and we're gonna take a look from partsFUNknown 10 greatest series Survivor Series teams of all time. You know, this year we're doing War Games again, which is pretty awesome, as was announced right now. Possibly the teams right now could add more is Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Seth Rollins probably versus Judgment Day. Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dum Dum Mysterio, and Fortnite blockhead McDonald. But anyway, because it's expanded as well too, there's talks that Drew McIntyre might join Judgment Day as a fifth person, and the fifth person does could possibly be not John Cena, Randy Orton return as well too. But anyway, besides that, we always, when it was traditional Survivor Series matches, they always had some great Survivor Series teams as well too, whether it's babyface teams or even the heel teams. Either whether it's SmackDown versus Raw or certain teams based off of what they have in common, or team named after a top tag team, a tag championship. Who knows? Either way, there's already been some 10 great Survivor Series teams during the year. So without further ado, we're gonna check a look at 10 Survivor Series teams of all time. Let's get it.
Every parent has a least favorite child, especially your mom. I know you're an only child, that just means you lack competition. WWE's least favorite child has always been Survivor Series, the pay-per-view that has kept there from being a WWE Big Three. And while the theme of big ol' elimination tag matches might not be as exciting a hook as the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, there have been some good ones as well, made that way by their teams. We're going to be looking at
that right there is still one of the best one they did when they brought in NXT as another brand to be in a team. That was the best one.
Very best teams that number 4 of the WWE Big Four has ever presented, with emphasis put on team construction and team performance. I'm Tempest, hailing from partsFUNknown, and these are the 10 greatest Survivor Series teams of all time. Before we get on with this list, of course, make sure that you like this video, subscribe, and enable notifications to always on so you never miss a fun list just like it, and check out the new episode of Survival Series right here on PFK, featuring yours truly. Honorable mention, The Elite and the Dark Order. Remember when AEW did a Survivor Series elimination match on Dynamite that one time, and it was awesome?
Oh yeah.
Shout out to those.
That was pretty cool. They came out with the purple cowboy outfit as well too, and then the Elite came out with the Space Jam outfit. Yes. That was pretty cool.
10, The Shield and the Real Americans, 2013. This was a bad year for Survivor Series because nothing says Big Four pay-per-view quite like Randy Orton versus Big Show for the WWE Championship in the main event. The rest of this show wasn't great either, but the lone highlight came in its opener. On one side, you had the brothers Rhodes, the brothers Uso, and Rey Mysterio, a very good start, but opposite them was the Shield and Cesaro, which is enough to get me through the door and
because at the time, Cody and Goldust was feuding with the Shield because they feuding with the jobs. Ironically, I think the Usos was feuding with Swagger and Cesaro. I think Ray was too over the Real Americans, so that was interesting to put together right there. And it's interesting to compare what's going on now because you got Cody Rhodes, who's still looking to beat the tribal chief right there as well too, or the tribal dummy, as well too. Seth is team with Cody in the upcoming War Games, and so is Jay and Jimmy. You know, either way, interesting. So there you have it. But let's keep going. And these two on top, the two up top on the back is in AEW. Oh no, sorry. Take that back. The three of them is in there doing the right, and 2 of them on the tag team guys, the BCC. So interesting thing going on. We got right here as well too. And you know, Jimmy's back with the tribal queen like a dumbass. But anyway, that's another story. And Ray was formerly the USA champion because was Dean Ambrose holding. So a lot of good interesting moments in this whole picture right here. So there we have it. Oh yeah, and that's right. Dustin's in AEW too. But still, either way.
My ass in a ticketed seat. Also, Jack Swagger was there. But while this would be another good Survivor Series match on paper, where this match excels is in its presentation of Roman Reigns. Before everyone hated the big dog, here he was, cold as and even on a stacked team of killers, and also Jack Swagger, eliminated 4 out of 5 babyfaces to overcome a massive...
This is when he was like starting to get over, and we thought folks was going to capitalize off him when he turned babyface, but they didn't, man. And now,
early deficit and win the match. This was the first truly brilliant solo performance of Roman's career, and if this was the Roman we always got, maybe people wouldn't have turned on him. Number 9, Team Miz, 2009. Again, on paper, this team might not seem like much. The Miz, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, and Jack Swagger again. Will you get out of here? You might think this seems pretty mid-card for 2009, and you would be right, but that was the point. This was a future stars match with these 5 future world champions standing opposite John Morrison and his team of babyface underdogs. Sure, not many of them stuck the landing as world champions in WWE.
Oh yeah, this was after Miz and Morrison broke up. Nice.
Was WWE actually trying to build new stars and doing a really solid job with it, as Miz, Sheamus, and McIntyre all stood tall, and then one pay-per-view later all 3 of them had belts, with Sheamus's belt being the big spinny one. It isn't often that WWE makes a statement with several young stars in one go, and they will be commended when they do it. Also, Sheamus accidentally knees the referee in the head in this match, and he gives himself the dreaded X sign. Watch your head, Stripes. Number 8, Team Authority, 2014. Now, this may seem low to you given how magnificent the Survivor Series match is, but the actual teams in this match... On one end, you have John Cena and his band of merry men, including but not limited to babyface Ryback and the Vintner Eric Rowan, and while Team Authority certainly still has its blemishes in the form of Corporate Kane and an early elimination from Mark Henry, Seth Rollins, Luke Harper, and Rusev round out a pretty darn great heel team that is most certainly carried by its frontman. Still one of the most legendary performances of Seth Rollins' WWE career, and while he may not have been able to lead Team Authority to victory, he was able to make it damn close in an incredible battle with Dolph Ziggler. And hey, ultimately he was able to reverse the decision of this match, so in the end, it's almost like he won here anyway. Number 7, Team DX, 2006. You won't find a much more dominant performance from a Survivor Series team than this one. The Hardys, Triple H and his best friend CM Punk, and also Shawn Michaels, made up this super team of popular babyfaces, and after a brief bit of comedy involving CM Punk being the most popular man in the ring, the match began and then promptly ended for poor old Mike Knox as
that shit cracked me every time. Mike not getting it, and Shawn Michaels should we kick him real quick, and he like and piss him, and he like, who was that guy? I love it. That was comedy gold right there, yes.
HBK asked who he was. I don't think he ever truly recovered. Shawn Michaels and Melina shared a tender moment, and then the good guy simply swept the field, eliminating Gregory Helms and his stupid sunglasses Titantron, Johnny Nitro, and both members of Rated RKO. DX in 2006 were the furthest thing from a serious tag team, so this match fit that level of unseriousness, even if it was in the middle of a fairly heated rivalry with Edge and Orton. But this match is just a stupid fun squash where the good guys win, and every once in a while, I have time for that in my wrestling. Number 6, Team Austin, 2003. Man, this has to be the most iconic thing Shawn Michaels has ever done at Survivor Series. I can't think of a single other thing.
First off, you know, of course you're gonna show that. But funny thing, I just got finished watching some video about that when Austin was, because I haven't come across my timeline. Austin was looking for a teammate. He went into Shawn. Yeah, it was right after because I was watching when Shawn and Austin were supposedly tag team, but was at each other's throat. But then I saw that, so ironically, I see this now.
Another all-time great Survivor Series team that wound up on the losing end of things was Team Austin, featuring not Steve Austin, but Shawn Michaels, Booker T, Rob Van Dam, and the Dudleys. This was the match where Team Austin represented old Stone Cold against Team Bischoff to see who would get to continue running Raw, and while it starts as an even back-and-forth match, things quickly turn in Bischoff's favor, with only Shawn Michaels left to fend off Christian, Chris Jericho, and Randy Orton. What we then got was one of the all-time greatest Survivor Series performances from the Showstopper, who, covered in blood, managed to eliminate both Jericho and Christian, while Stone Cold delivered an all-time great Stone Cold Stunner to Randy Orton before HBK fell to a Batista bomb. It is a brilliant match, complete with yet another show-stealing outing from HBK, who once again proved to be his team's MVP at Survivor Series. Number 5, Team NXT.
Yes.
2019.
That was a good one.
2019. When we learned that all you needed
was.
to do to freshen up brand warfare is throw 30 new faces onto a show.
Right.
Team NXT took part in the least traditional Survivor
that was
Series
the
tag
best
team
one
match on
to
this
this
list.
day.
With this being a 5-on-5-on-5 match, but to me that's just
Damn, that's
30
crazy.
in the third.
Damn, that's crazy, Drew. But that's how for the NXT at the time. Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Percent more fun.
It's crazy to figure out how the people money people that was part of Team NXT for a minute that's like doing big in the main roster right now.
Steiner, look at this collection
Both him
of
and
talent
Gunther.
assembled by Papa
Damian
H to
Priest.
represent the black and gold. Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh no! I'm sorry. This is Drew was on Raw at the time. No, man, I'm tripping. This is Drew on Raw. I'm tripping. But still, we'll let you know. Two of them is gone to other companies. Keith Lee and Matt Riddle got released recently, but them three right there, crazy, right?
Priest, Matt Riddle, Keith
And the
Lee.
crazy, and we left threw me off because half the guys that was on the other team recently got pulled up from NXT. That was crazy.
And Walter. Now, of course, this match gets serious points off for eliminating Walter first at less than 3 minutes in. What the are you playing at, Vince? Did you take over?
You know he was a heel. Folks was not feeling that at all, man.
Today. But otherwise, this team is stacked, and this match
Look
goes
at that. Look at that. From you had Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, and Chad Gable, and somewhat Seth Rollins. Majority of them came from NXT. Braun somewhat because he never really did NXT like as much. He just being part of the Adam Rose little choo-choo cha-cha train, whatever. But still, we recall it the Rosebuds.
It is a very good time throughout, but of course, this match is rightfully best
And Ricochet!
by far the best main roster outing of Keith Lee's WWE career. Going toe-to-toe, blow for blow.
And Roman Reigns, but still, damn near everybody else on the team, except for Randy Orton, came from NXT pretty much in a way.
Roman Reigns as the final two men in the match,
this was awesome match
finally
between the
falling
two.
victim to a spear with
This
the
was
crowd
awesome
going
match
crazy,
between the
hoping
two.
to see a breakout moment. Should have been the start of something huge for Keith Lee, but unfortunately, it would always be.
Yeah, man, I was so mad they did not capitalize off this, man, or at least have him go against Roman Reigns during his tribal chief phase even though he will lose, unfortunately, but still go ahead be one of his contenders as well. But no, Vince being Vince, that's all I gotta say right there. But yeah. Let me embrace the moment of when I was fucking with the Roman Reigns at the time before this tribal queef nonsense we got going on right now. Whatever the dickheads would like to get on me by not acknowledging their tribal chief sucks. Fuck off. Anyway.
Yet another massive what if. Number 4, Team SmackDown.
Which one?
2016.
Well,
the first time post-2016 brand split, the WWE attempted to do brand warfare at Survivor Series.
This is the reason I say because around time this was still like half face, half heels when
the only times that decision paid dividends. Both sides of this match were loaded with star power, and on the blue team, you had WWE Champion and 2016 Wrestler of the Year AJ Styles leading the way, followed by rival Dean Ambrose, GM Shane McMahon for some reason, as well as Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, who would end up being this match's survivors to the surprise of many. This is arguably the greatest Survivor Series tag match of all
this is
time,
when Roman Reigns
speared
the shit out of Shane.
with everyone getting their own moment to shine, whether it be Dean doing a Shield reunion powerbomb on his own partner, Orton sacrificing himself to save Wyatt, or Shane getting concussed. Star-studded from top to bottom, given an avenue to steal the show, and enough time to properly develop and further stories. This SmackDown team was one that made you think that this wasn't the B show to anyone.
Right.
Well, number 3, Team Raw, 2016. Okay, maybe not everyone. While Team SmackDown brought plenty of oomph to this match's bloom, Team Raw didn't have Shane McMahon on it, thus it places ever so slightly higher. Jokes aside, this team ranks high because of its own merit as well, as it's made up of Universal Champion Kevin Owens, best friend Chris Jericho, Braun Strowman, and Shield mate Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. That is a stacked team.
That's a stacked
and similar
team.
to their blue counterparts, they had enough time to properly tell stories over the course of this near hour-long match, whether it be Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho teasing dissension when KO destroyed Jericho's list by using it as a weapon, or the aforementioned Shield reunion, or Braun Strowman scaring off James Ellsworth. Everyone got something to do. I really could talk about this match all day long. I love it that much. 10 years I waited for a WWE pay-per-view in Toronto, and I was not disappointed. Number 2, Team Alliance, 2001. Yes, let's all point and laugh at the team representing WCW and ECW being led by Steve Austin, Kurt Angle, and Shane McMahon. Ha ha. Now that that's all over with, let's all bask in how awesome this team actually is. I mean, Steve Austin, Kurt Angle, and Shane McMahon is one thing, but add in Booker T and Rob Van Dam, and you have an Attitude Era All-Star team.
Pretty much, and I always say and laugh about it, it's pretty much the ones from WWE that was part of the Alliance, and two of the only ones that got signed after the storyline. Yup, pretty much.
There is a reason this match topped our list of terrible rivalries that led to great matches earlier this year, and it is that no matter how bad the Invasion storyline may have been botched, it can't take anything away from how awesome this Survivor Series match is.
It was a great match.
The various turns throughout the match may be one last convoluted swerve in a long convoluted story, but it adds intrigue that lasts all the way until the very end of the match when the Alliance is finally done away with for good. The way we all thought the WWF versus WCW rivalry would end, with Steve Austin facing The Rock. And number 1, Team WWF 2001. Listen, Team WWF didn't have Shane McMahon on it, what can I say? I could simply copy and paste everything I just said about this incredible match, but I really must put over this lineup of WWF
not to mention the ending on this Go Home episode on SmackDown is still one of the greatest ending of all time. Man, for real. So yeah, it's good that both of them was on top two, despite the Alliance was heels, but still, that closing SmackDown was still the greatest SmackDown ending of all time, man. And
Vendors.
This was
with
awesome.
The Rock leading the way, with Chris Jericho behind him, as well as the Brothers of Destruction, and also Big Show, I suppose. Team WWF, at the very least, had 5 people who thematically should have been representing the...
The reason I say solo because Chris Jericho was being shady because he was jealous of Rock getting win the title.
Company in a final showdown with the Alliance. This is a lot of people's favorite Survivor Series match of all time, and it is not hard to understand why. What with the 45 minutes of action and some impossibly high stakes, but I think the biggest factor for people's love of this match is very simple. It has the biggest stars. You have Steve Austin and The Rock on opposite sides of a Survivor Series match, and it makes the match feel like the biggest of its kind. The metric ton of star power on Team WWF alone is enough to make this the biggest Survivor Series match of all time, and that doesn't even take Shane McMahon into consideration, which, honestly, we always have to do. And that's our list. Please make sure that you like this video and check out...
That was cool. That was a cool video right there, for sure. So yeah, other than that, there you have it. When we are worst one, who knows? I will check it out when we get a chance. But other than that, though, this was good videos as well too. I mean, whether those baby faces or whether it was a hill, there were some good teams though. I mean, good teams for the babyface side, babyface fans like myself, and good teams for the hill fans like many others. But other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.